Last week, a Northern News Now special report highlighted the near record low deer harvest this year in northeast Minnesota and how many hunters claim wolves are to blame. That frustration reached a fever pitch tonight with more than 200 people attending a public meeting in Carlton. Good evening, I'm Dan Wolf.
And I'm Laura Lee. Thanks for joining us. That meeting was held by the brand new group Hunters for Hunters, advocating for the removal of wolves' protected status so they can be hunted and trapped once again.
Now, they hope doing so will help boost the deer population, but not everyone agrees. Northern News Now's Cara Kopp was there.
We don't want all the wolves gone. We just want them properly managed.
That cry echoed Wednesday night by about 200 hunters at the Carlton Four Seasons Sports Complex, coming together to join a new group called Hunters for Hunters.
So we're trying to give the hunters, the landowners, the cattle farmers, the pet owners all a voice that this problem is out of hand.
Steve Porter, a board member of Hunters for Hunters, referring to a recent lack of northeast Minnesota deer hunter success, with this year's harvest down 35% compared to the 5-year average. Hunters at the meeting blaming wolves.
They're coming out of the woods and they're saying, you know, I've seen one wolf in maybe 10 years. This year we saw 8.
The group coming together to rock the political boat, pushing lawmakers to lift wolf protections so the predator can be hunted and trapped again. Already, there's pushback.
And the wolves actually suffer too when the deer numbers go down.
Maureen Hackett is the founder of Howling for Wolves, which is based out of the Twin Cities. She tells us delisting wolves won't solve the hunters' problems.
So we need to not have these knee-jerk reactions that there are just too many wolves because somebody saw wolves and because they're not getting their deer. We know the harsh winters plays an effect too.
Hackett noting the delisting of wolves of a few years ago, which was approved by then President Obama.
When you have wolf hunting, like we did in Minnesota from 2012 to 2014, we basically turned on the green light to illegal wolf killing.
Something Porter heavily disagrees with.
And I don't understand why someone's love affair with an animal like the wolf, that's fine, they can appreciate that animal. But why does it have to spill over onto everybody else's hunting land?
In Carlton, Cara Kopp, Northern News Now.
And this is one of several public meetings Hunters for Hunters is holding across northeast Minnesota this month. We should point out the DNR and research groups like Voyager's Wolf Project say studies show severe winters like the ones we've had lately have a much greater impact on deer numbers than wolves. But hear from them and frustrated deer hunters in that special report we aired last week. You can find it all at northernnewsnow.com.